Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to this week's episode of 15 with the Team, a live series where the Office of the Student Advocate discusses common topics within the DC education system to help you become better informed and empowered in less than 15 minutes. My name's Gavin, and I'm a senior at Washington Latin here in DC. I'm joined by Philip Copeland, who works with the Office of the Student Advocate. Today, we'll be talking about course selection and finding direction in your educational journey.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, Gavin. For those of you who don't know, Gavin served with us over the summer as a MCFA DC fellow, and one of the major projects he worked on was the development of course selection guides for students across the district. As the My School DC lottery application opens up on Monday, the release of these resources could not have come at a more perfect time. If you don't mind me asking, Gavin, why did you want to create these resources for students?
I think at the heart of our education, it's there to build us up and get us ready for what comes next. Whether that be college or breaking into the industry or field in DC, I just want to see a lot of people be successful following their passions.
I definitely would have appreciated having these resources available to me when I was in high school. I know I stumbled around aimlessly while I was trying to choose a lot of my classes. But one thing I really appreciate about these guides you help create is just it really creates two paths that students can choose to follow.
One path is taking classes that'll help you get accepted into a college or a university. Many students who follow this path may be concerned about what classes look best for their higher education institutions. Many students may also want to find classes that will give them credit at those colleges or universities once they're enrolled.
Second pathway students could choose will help them prepare for life after graduation. We recognize that going to college may not be the best option for all students, so we were intentional to include career preparation programs in the city as well. But let's dive deeper into what courses are available to students as they plan for next school year.
This past summer, we put together a resource guide for both pathways. If you're not sure about what you want to do after college, don't worry, you are not alone. These guides are here to help you understand your options while going to a school in DC.
So let's go ahead and take a look at our first resource guide, a guide to understand college preparation opportunities in DC. Before we give you your course options, we thought it might be helpful to understand the benefits of taking more challenging classes and thinking ahead to college acceptance.
Did you know that the difficulty of your classes is the third most important factor in the college admissions process? Colleges use the term rigor to describe how difficult your classes are. But while of course your grades and extracurriculars are important, just your classes being difficult by themselves shows a lot about how hard you're working in high school.
Many courses are available to prepare you to pursue college or higher education. The following pages will help you choose classes that will best position you for your college acceptance. Gavin, I know you were proud about this course selection wheel. Can you tell us more detail about this tool?
Absolutely. Finding the perfect class to take can be very difficult, especially when there are so many options to choose from. Even more so when you don't know what all the options are. I created this course selection wheel to help you better visualize the different classes available to you, organized by subject areas that you're most interested in. For example, let's see, if you love reciting poetry in English class, you may want to do something like public speaking or performance art. If you go to English, then speaking, you can find public speaking as a class that's offered. If you go to the arts and then go to drama, you can find performance-related classes as well. It's also important to know what professional paths certain classes can introduce you to. I created this graphic to help you see what potential job opportunities exist based on the classes that interest you from the course selection wheel.
In addition to finding classes that interest you, did you know that there are classes that will still award you college credit too?
I do now after putting this guide together.
In DC, advanced placement, IB, and dual enrollment programs all allow you to earn college credits while finishing high school.
So you might be wondering why getting college credits in high school even matters. Well, I'll say that the average cost of a college credit in college is very expensive. At a public or private four-year university, they can range from about $1,100 per credit hour to $2,200 per credit hour. The more credits you earn in high school, the more you can save on each of those costs per class.
Big facts. The next couple pages of this guide was created to pretty much help you understand more about these programs in place.
In addition to telling you what these programs are, this guide also includes links that can take you directly to a resource for each program. Once you learn that completing AP classes can boost your GPA past a 4.0, you can sign the sign up for class link to take you directly to the instructions from the College Board on how to sign up for an AP class.
In addition to AP classes, 14 DCPS and charter schools offer International Baccalaureate, also known as IB programs, which award students an internationally recognized diploma in addition to their traditional high school diploma.
Fun fact, the IB program is connected with more than 3,700 schools across 145 countries, and students with an IB diploma can be awarded up to 30 college credits upon completion. That's worth a whole year of college. If you want to learn more about the schools that have IB courses, you can click the links on this page.
If you wanted an opportunity to earn college credits while taking classes on a college campus, dual enrollment programs might be of interest for you.
Eligible high school students have the opportunity to take these courses to earn both high school and college level credits at the same time. That's a 2-for-1 value.
3 programs are available that offer dual enrollment. DCPS has a partnership with 5 private universities. The Office of the State Superintendent of Education has a program for DCPS and charter school students. The University of DC has the CARE program for both DCPS and charter school students.
Now, I know we just gave you a lot of directions that you could follow, but it's easier said than done. Requesting a class can feel intimidating, so I felt it was important to include templates on how to get the conversation started with your school. Feel free to use the templates provided to email your counselor, teacher, or advisor. And remember, you might have to take a little bit of initiative at the start to get things going, but once you've expressed your interest, your school's going to help you get into those classes. It's also important to have a strong support system when you start taking more challenging courses. You may start needing the answers to questions and asking for help in ways you haven't needed to before. So we've set up a template to help you request support from your school when things get difficult.
Definitely hear that and appreciate that little bit of insight there. I know we spent a lot of time talking about college preparation programs, but remember, we also developed a guide for those who are more interested in learning about career and technical programs in DC as well.
What programs are there to prepare students for a career after graduating high school?
Well, DCPS and charter schools have a range of programs meant to give you the skills you need to start a career after graduation. Currently, 17 DCPS high schools and 2 public charter high schools and 6 adult education charter schools offer programs meant to explore career pathways. You can learn more about these programs by using the links on these particular pages.
Now, I was not aware of these opportunities at first, but now I know that many career education programs are found through Career Technical Education Certifications, NAF academies, and work-based learning programs. You can learn more about any of these by clicking the links below.
We also included information about what specific programs to study are available, which is on page 3 of this guide. From architecture and construction to information technology, you can click on one of the programs to study to learn more about what those programs have to offer.
Career and technical education programs are referred to as CTE, which is split into various career clusters. These pages were created to better understand what CTE programs are offered at each individual DCPS or charter high school. You can see on the map here of DC, each school that offers CTE programs has a number under it, and that number corresponds to the program that you can take. Now, if you looked at the CTE program guide, you can find which ones interest you the most and then what locations will offer it. And you can even learn more about each individual program by clicking the link underlined on each number.
Use the map on page 5 to see which schools offer what programs, and then use the little guide on the left to pretty much learn more about those programs. So for example, if you attend Anacostia High School, you see the numbers 12 and 27. You can learn by going to page 4 that Anacostia High School has a program for civil engineering and architecture. You click the link to learn more about that specific program. They also have a law enforcement program as well. You can click on there to learn much more. If you, for instance, attend Paul, you see we have 29 here. 29 is more specific to the charter schools, but they have an advanced technical centers program. To learn more information about this, we have this little link on the bottom of this page as well for you. But if you are trying to decide what high schools you want to attend next school year, use this page to learn about what schools offer the programs you are most interested in.
So now we're going to look into NAF Academies. NAF is a program that's connected with private industry directly, so you will have a lot of help finding career opportunities after completing a NAF program. More than 100,000 students across 37 states and territories, including DC, of course, participate in NAF Academies. There are currently 31 NAF Academies across 17 different high schools in DC.
So the table and map here on page 5 and 6 are similar to the previous pages. You can learn more about the specific programs on page 6, and then you can learn what schools offer those programs on page 7. So we also recognize that life happens and many factors may lead to a student falling behind in school. Whether you are a student who is behind on their credit hours or an adult looking to earn a high school equivalent certificate, there are numerous programs for you.
Many academies and many programs exist to help students recover credits toward earning a high school diploma. DCPS has 3 opportunities academies that allow students who are behind to graduate with a personalized learning program. These learning academies also offer special education services for students as well.
There are an additional 13 DCPS credit recovery programs and 12 public charter school recovery programs too. If you are unable to graduate high school with a traditional diploma though, there are multiple programs highlighted on page 9 where you can earn a high school equivalent certificate.
This can include a National External Diploma Program or a GED program.
This resource guide also has an extensive list of resources and programs categorized by topics ranging from exam prep programs to English as a second language support resources.
The last section includes the available adult education and training programs in DC as well. You can click on each link on page 12 to learn more about these specific programs. And every single one here believes that it's never too late to get the education that you want to have.
Once again, Gavin, not only do I appreciate you being with us today, I appreciate all the hard work that you have put in on these resources for DC students. I guess before we wrap this up, were there any last comments or anything you wanted to say to everybody before we left?
Well, first, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today to learn about some of the opportunities out there in DC schools. If you're a DC student right now and you're looking for the next steps to take or the path you want to pursue in the future, then I very much recommend going into this guide. All the information is there. We just give you the overview, but we've also set up specific academies, specific programs that might just be the perfect fit for you. So please, after you see this, if anything's caught your interest or if you just want a window shop for the future, take a look at the guides.
If you're viewing this on your phone, you can access both the college preparation and career preparation guides by using the link on this post or in our bio. If you're viewing this on your computer, you can also use your phone's camera to scan the QR code shown on both sides of the screen. Gavin, once again, appreciate you taking your time out your day, your senior year. That's valuable time. Thank you, everybody else listening. I guess until then, y'all have a good one.